What's up, guys? LD Moto back with you. It's been a little while. Yeah, we got some stuff going on today. I've been really working on the buggy, trying to get it all prepped up and getting ready to go back together. Yeah, I got to finish up the seat. The bottom is done. I mean, as best as I can do it. I'm not an upholstery guy, but it looks pretty decent for what it is. I don't know how to do corners, and I don't have a sewing machine, so I'm gonna do the best I have with what I got. But yeah, I'm gonna do probably a little bit of time lapse and starting to reassemble that today. But I want to show you guys something else. The kid's been riding the Power Wheels, the mini gravedigger, like crazy. I think it's pretty fun. It moves you around pretty good. But yesterday, Liam and his brother were riding it, together at the same time. They were going around the corner, and the front end finally let go. Probably after maybe a good 5 hours of riding, not all at once, but total. But yeah, let me show you what's going on over here. We have to redesign the front end. Bumper's fine. That's still attached, but if you can see, this used to be over here, this used to be over here. That's all still, yeah. This is all still straight over here. This is all shifted. They were coming around the corner, and it flung him, and I was like, what are you doing? Just being a goofball. I thought Liam was just messing around, but he slammed into the fence, and the fence got hung up on here. So, oh my goodness, Leland got tossed off. They were both wearing their safety gear. They're both fine. They wanted to get back on it until I showed them what happened. They're like, oh, that's probably why I did it. But yeah, so today I'm probably gonna assess that a little bit and start working on this little guy, this guy right here. I've been cleaning. It's not a full restoration, but I'm gonna try and make it look as good as possible because it's a cool little buggy. Yeah, I had to do some welding on it. I think I've talked about that before, but it's getting there. I'm gonna start reassembling it. Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. I redid the springs. I painted them. I don't know if you can tell, but let me grab an old one and show you the difference. I think it actually looks pretty decent. It makes it pop just a little bit more. Okay, yeah. See, this is the new color, and that was the old color. See if we can really... not a huge difference, but... And this one's still clean. This was more of a faded yellow, and this is like a neon green. I don't even know where my paint can is. Oh, there it is. Wait, fluorescent. Yeah. Let's go over here. There it is right there. Yeah. I'm going to make the shocks just look a little better with that. So, yeah. Stick around, guys. Let's see how today in the LD Moto Shop gets going and see everything that we can get done. Thanks for watching. Alright, before we get started, this garage is a mess. I have no room to work on anything. Okay, a little backstory on this thing. Yeah, we got this from somebody for a pretty good deal. It was a project. It was kind of up in mock-up stage, but it required a lot of little adjustments. But yeah, I believe it's a Chinese buggy. Not a problem, but it had was like the GY6 150cc engine on it, and yeah, and somebody had chopped up the rear end pretty good. Yeah, chopped it up pretty good. I've been just kind of working on it, making it strong, a little better. But yeah, this wasn't here. This wasn't attached. It was barely welded together. Had no rear bumper. I just kind of used what came with it and just made it work. Yeah, made that work. So at least I have a bumper. I added some welds here and there. Yeah, just to make it a little stronger. But yeah. Back over here, the buggy, it was kind of welded. It was like a couple tacks in here. It was pretty bad, so I just kind of built it up. Hopefully it works, because originally these were all bolted on. It was removable, even down here. And instead of going back to removable, because it was already kind of boogered together a little bit, so I just got on there and welded it a little bit. You can see it's not straight, but it's still strong. I added some strengthening pieces up here to hold it a little better, welded. I believe they added this wasn't original on there. Yeah, I didn't paint underneath because obviously it's just the bottom of the buggy, and I think this was an old parking brake. It had lights on it. I don't believe the motor has a charging system that we could use to put lights on it, but I was thinking kind of like just putting a battery on it, and you're not going to be running that often at night anyways. So they sell like a battery tender that you could probably just plug into it at night if you happen to use the battery. But that was just kind of idea, putting some LEDs on it or something, because I have a light bar that we can put on it. It's actually on the Earth Dog right now. We'll get into that some other day. But yeah, it's enough boring talk. I'm gonna probably start assembling this. I'm gonna do some time lapse of it, but I'm gonna do a few things first, so because I still got to clean up the front end. But yeah, this is where I got it. It's not perfect, but I'll smooth that side out. It's only the back. There's a couple little lips kind of hanging up a little bit. Not too bad. I'll smooth them out. But yeah, that's where I'm at, and I'm gonna get that finished up, cleaned up, painted, and the rear axle and the rack and pinion, I'm gonna get that cleaned up and probably at least cleaned up, see how it looks when I get it cleaned up, because if it looks decent I might not paint it, but I might just do it. We'll see. It's got grease all over it. The rubber boots that used to be on here are obviously all dry rotted. I'm not going to make a big deal about it. We'll just have to clean it once in a while. I'll make sure it's greased up. Yeah, it has a grease cert on it, so that shouldn't be too bad. Rear swing arm is not bad. I got to do the rear shocks. They're sitting on the table over there. I got to get those painted up. Yeah, it's not looking too bad. Yeah, it's probably where I'm going to start doing the time lapse here pretty soon, once I get everything prepped. I have everything pretty much organized. Yes, this looks green. It's not what I was expecting, because I redid the shocks and I used the same color on here, but it was a black base, so yeah, it turned green. And that one had like a yellow base underneath the shock. But anyways, I'll change that later on. I'm not worried about it at the moment. It was pretty easy to do. And yeah, I got everything organized and labeled. I took the brakes off without having to disconnect any of the lines. So yeah, enough jibber jabber. I'm gonna start getting some time lapse on this thing, and hopefully we can get it all put together. It's not a lot. It's because although I took a few days to actually take it apart, just to keep organized and everything. I didn't want to just rip it apart and lose track of everything, so it took a little bit of time taking it apart. But hopefully by taking that time, it goes back together easier. So stick around. Thanks for watching. Let's check out this time lapse. Alrighty guys, next day, no more excuses, it's time to get this thing done. Yeah, I got the front end all squared away, as you probably can see a little bit in the time lapse. Everything's tight, Loctite, everything's good there. Like I'm saying, we're gonna repaint that. Got the seat mounted, took that headrest off because I thought it was kind of goofy. Got that all mounted. The bolts for the bottom of the seat are a little long. Not a big deal. I'll cut those off later. I just took my gator skin and just, obviously just stapled it on the back for now, because it had a wood piece that was on there and it just looked like garbage and I want to reuse it, so I just stapled that on there. It'll do the job. But yeah, enough jibber jabber. I'm gonna finish this thing up. No time lapse anymore. We already did that. So you guys stick around. I want to get this thing done, and I want to be able to fire it up today. So thank you guys for watching, sticking around until the end. Let's get this buggy built. All right guys, finally she's looking pretty good. looks pretty decent, I think. Not too bad. It's pretty cool. Well, it was almost a complete teardown. Only thing I didn't take off was the bottom control arms, because one of the bolts was just not wanting to come out. So I left those in there, just kind of took the top off, taped them off, but that's the only part that I didn't take off there. But I want to say thank you guys for watching LD Moto. Yeah, we do go-karts, dirt bikes, everything. So thank you guys to all the new subscribers. We'll see you guys next time.